Hi guys, welcome back. My name's Karen, I also go by Crafty Emerald, and today I thought I'd show you something a little bit different. Normally I do unboxings for diamond paintings, but I recently found something else that I thought was quite nifty, so I thought I'd share them. Now, it's not going to be very long because there's not much to go into them, but if you're a fan of like Legos, maybe building things, then this might be up your alley. These are your building block bears, okay? So I've got two here today to show you. I'll go through them one at a time. Yeah, this one's already open, so it's not too bad. I'll show you the leaflet, I'll show you what comes in them, and then I'll show you some progress I've actually got on one I'm already building. Get you a little bit closer in depth on some of the bits and bobs that they've got, okay? So this one is a slightly smaller box. Okay, yep, you're hearing through, that's fine. I do apologise if you can hear the fan in the background. It can't make up its mind today, temperature wise. It's been raining, chucking it down, thunderstorms today, but it's also gone really warm at the same time. So I apologise for that, but you see it comes in quite a nifty box with, opens up like that, and then you can see there we've got 2 packs of like the blocks, okay? I apologise for the rustling. So if you see there, you've got 2 different sort of size blocks. You've got your little single ones there, and you might not be able to see it because it's actually quite a dark colour on that one, but it'll be in this one. I'll give you a bit of a closer up in depth when I show you the one I've been doing. But there you go, that's a bit better. You've got your 3s there as well, so they come in 1s and 3s, okay? So this bear that I've got here is quite a dark coloured bear, okay? And there to show you. You also get a little hammer as well. It's used to help knock the quite a hard plastic. Okay, it's used to knock the blocks into place. Help me make it a little easier to knock the blocks into place. And then you have your instructions. So I'll move that out the way, she says, as the box falls over. So these are the bears that I mean, okay? So as you can see, there's a good variety of the bears, and that one may not be very clear, but that one is the one that we'll be doing, okay? So as you can see, it's quite dark on one side. It's got a skeleton on the other, which I thought was quite a cool concept. Okay, as you can see, I'll just give a quick look over some of the varieties. So you've got like a couple of love heart bears. You've got, I think that one, I'm not sure about that one. I can't remember what that one is. I think it's a ghost one. So you've got your ribbon one. You've got your underworld one there, which is quite cool. That one I think is like a Jinx bear, which is quite cool. You've got your alpha bear, you've got your space bears, and crystal bears. Okay, so they do have a good chunk, a good variety of bears that you get. Okay, that's a slightly bigger picture for you. You can see all the detail there of the bear, which is quite cool. Now I've not long found these out, so I thought there was something slightly different. I'm not normally one for Legos, to be honest with you, so when I come across them I thought, something slightly different. And I thought I might be able to get my partner into it as well, because my partner is a fan of these Legos. So let's see. Okay, so these instructions They are double-sided. They do go in order as well, just to make sure they're in the right order. And then I can show you that'll be easier. That goes that way. And then sort them out. There we go. So this is what your instructions will look like. Okay, I know it may seem a little daunting, but once you get the hang of it, then it's not too bad. But I'll pick up one of my babies, they're going to go all over the place, aren't they? But you basically sort of like, you've got 1 to 4 on each page. You've got 4 lines, okay, so you go from down, okay? So you've got 1, okay, so it does like 4 rows at a time. Okay, so it'll go from there. So that will be your first one, that will be his feet. Okay, and then you'll build that row, you'll build that row, and then you'll build that row, and you'll connect them all together, and then you'll jump to that one. Okay, so you go from bottom up. Okay, you can see there, okay, it's in like a ring. Okay, we use different colours. So try and get behind the camera so it'll be a little bit easier. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to explain this, if it makes any sense to you guys, but you see there it's like the little ring. So, I apologise, give me a second. Okay guys, sorry about that, my tripod seems to be a little loose. So I'll get a little thing out to make it a little bit easier to show you what I mean. This may be a bit all over the place, so I will apologise. It's the first time I decided to do an unboxing for these type of bears. So, as you can see there, those 2 little pink ones, they are the single ones, okay? So they've got like, I don't know how well you're going to read it, but they've got like little, it's got a little bit of writing on the top, okay? I'll make it a little bit easier to see when it comes to doing the instructions, okay? It'll be a bit easier to tell on the white actually, but, so for example, sorry, I'm going in the right direction. That white there, that is your 3, okay? So, tell it's your 3 because the little writing will be on the centre of it, okay? So obviously these ones are your 3, so you've got a 3 and a 3, so you obviously makes it like a block of 6, okay? So you've got however many you need as well, I forgot to tell you that. So however many you need for those 4 layers, you've got there, okay? So obviously for these 4, so for these 4 rounds, okay, you'll need like 2 single whites, okay, 26 little black ones, that I think is like a dark brown, so many of the, I think there's like a purpley colour, okay, and then you obviously the big ones you'll need like 3, so you can, people will probably do them differently. I tend to count them out as I go, to count them out as I do like the line, okay. So you've got that there, and then as you can see at the bottom, your feet, how they go, okay, and then you go on opposite. See later, it'll be double-sided for all your instructions, okay. So I thought this was quite a neat concept. As I said a few minutes ago, I'm not normally a fan of Legos, but this one just seemed slightly different, I suppose. They are a little bit fiddly, so they may not be suitable for kids who are really, really young, but if they're a bit older, then maybe a little bit suited for it, you never know. So pop that in there, and I'll quickly show you the second one I have as well. And then I can show you progress on my one I have at the moment. Okay. So this one is the second one. It is a slightly bigger box. Oh, sorry, I'm covering you. I'm hoping you can see that without it falling down. Fingers crossed it won't fall down on me again. This one, I think it's my mechanical one. So, yeah. So there you go, you've got your instructions again. Okay. And then you can see this one is a lot brighter with your light yellows, your pale yellows, greys. You've got a few clear in there as well. Okay. You've got your hammer as well. You always get you always get one of these with your bears to help you build it up if needed. But this one is that bear there, so you can see is half mechanical. Okay. I thought it was quite a neat concept, and these all look like a pastel-y sort of bear as well. I'm one for like bright colours, pastel colours me. So that first bear is actually something slightly different. Don't normally go for dark colours, but that bear I showed you a minute ago kind of drew me in for some reason. Okay. I will see if I can find... There he is, look. There is a bigger picture of him. Okay, I do apologise for the light. I've had to have the overhead light on today because with the weather being a bit topsy-turvy, it can't make up its mind. It's going from light to dark quite quickly. Okay. And in this one as well, it actually shows you, you can see there, it's showing you, you can have he has a drawer in the back of his head. Now this drawer doesn't look like it's absolutely massive, but you can store little bits and bobs in it if you needed to. Okay. So it's exactly the same concept as the first one. Obviously you go from number one, okay. You've got your colours on that side. How many colours you need for those 4 layers. Okay. So, well, it looks like this one's 5 layers. So you've got your layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 5. Okay. And then the bottom of the sheet, that will be layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, oops, I'm sorry, and then layer 5. Okay, so you do have these, you can't even see, can you? I'm sorry. These lines at the back here will help to guide you where to place your finished ring, if that makes any sense. So you can see there, obviously you've got your, that first layer stuck onto the bottom there, okay. So that layer, top left corner there will stick to the top left corner of that one, okay. And then top right corner there will stick to the top right corner on that foot. They're just these ones are just guidelines to show you whereabouts the position should be. Okay. So this one is obviously a little bit smaller by the look of it, because you can fit 5 layers in there as opposed to 4. You see there, you can see where his body starts to take shape. Okay. Now, as I said, this may not be for everybody. I didn't think this would be for me, but I thought I'd give it a try. Okay. I'll just pop this away, and I'll bring the bear out that I'm working with to show you how it goes, and I'll bring some of the bits out so you can get a closer look at that one. If you give me 2 minutes, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Now as you can see at the back there, that bear is my current project. Okay. Let's see. Be very careful, because a word of warning here, they are quite fragile. They can be quite fragile. But let's see how well he's turned out. He's got his glasses there. He's got his headphones. Turn him around very gently, as he will. You can see there he's got a gap in his back there. That is for the little drawer I was saying about earlier. Okay, so you can see he's got his headphones as well. Okay. Put it down for this last bit because he's going to be. You can see he turns out hollow as well. Look, okay. So you don't have to put anything in to go down. Okay. But these sort of bears are around 40 centimeters tall, give or take, when they're completed. Okay. So they're quite a cool concept to try out. Okay. Now I'll show you a couple of the bits and bobs that he's got in here. Obviously you've got his instructions here. Okay, this I think is the bit I'm doing at the minute. So you can see there he's obviously got his sunglasses on top of his head going to get ready. That is the next layer I've got to do for him. Okay. Let's see if I can find a full image of him for you. There he is. That way, there he is. So that will be him when he's completed with his funky glasses and his funky headphones. Okay. That'll be him when he's all done. Okay. So I will very quickly show you. I do apologise for the food bag system. So you've got the little hammer there. So I apologise for the food bag system. I didn't have anything to store them in, I suppose. And let's cover up this, it's kind of running out. Grab a couple of each. So you can see, and you can see how they're connected. Okay, so there are your bits up close. Okay. So if the camera will focus, I'm not sure if it will. It may try and focus. Ah, there we go. So I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but on that 3, 1 there, on the middle one, there'll be like a little bit of writing on the middle one. Okay. And you can see they're ribbed as well. Okay, it's concentrating more on the bear at the back, isn't it? So I apologise for that, but let's see. Ah, there's a bit of a better light. You can see that writing on the middle one there, look. Okay. And then you've got your little single ones as well. Okay, a little bit of a close-up of your single ones as well. Okay. So it always comes in 1s and 3s. Okay. Not sure why they've done it in odd numbers, but it's a 1 and 3. So if I can get this to show, mate, so they just, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, unfortunately, but just slot in like that. Okay. And it just slot together like that. Okay. Just going to show the bear again. So that, there you go. So they slot in like that. Okay. So there's 2 singles there. Look. Okay. And then get your bigger ones. Again, it's not going to focus, is it? So they will just slot in. They do take, sometimes they're a bit finicky. So you have to be a bit careful and take your time with it. As you can see, they're slotting just fine like that, okay? And they come apart super easy as well, okay? But then you can do it like that, so it sits like that, okay? And then, if need be, as you can see, they're a bit fiddly, okay? We can just sort of do like that. So there's a varied sort of possibilities you can do with them to get them to turn out like that, okay? So, pop these away. And that is all I have for you guys today. I know it's something slightly different. It may not be the best explanation of how these work, but the first time trying it out, so we can only fingers crossed the proof from there, can't we? So let me close this up, and I apologise for the rustling. Where is it? There we go. Okay. Apologies. There we go. So I do hope you enjoyed this today. I'll leave that bear where he is, so you can have a look at him. So I do hope you enjoyed this today. As I said, I know it's something slightly different to what I normally do. I normally go do, like, obviously diamond paintings, as I've said before. But I just thought I'd try out something different. See if this gets out in the open, and maybe, hopefully, some people will find them and have a go. Now this chap I did find on Amazon, okay? There is a couple of other websites out there that do have them. Okay, I think, yeah, there's a couple that are knocking around. Sorry, I had to think them. So if you put into Amazon like building block bears, there will be a few that will pop up, okay? So that's not too, I don't think they're all too bad price wise, considering I've been working on this chap for about 2 weeks now. A couple of hours sort of here and there, a couple of rows here and there. Okay, but I will leave you there. I will leave you be, let you run off. Again, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's not too all over the place, and I will see you soon. Bye.